Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name's Cameron Kelly Smith. Be sure to hit that subscribe and notification button to stay tuned on the content I produce each and every week in the world of wrestling and movie related discussions. So the Royal Rumble is only a couple weeks away, kickstarting the road to WrestleMania for WWE, one of the biggest pay-per-views in WWE's calendar year. I'm super excited, obviously, for the Royal Rumble matches. So this video I'm doing right now, I will be giving you my top 3 predictions of who will and should win the men's and women's Royal Rumble. So I'm going to start with the women here, and my number 3 pick for who I believe could win the Royal Rumble on the women's side is Asuka. Now, I know that Asuka is already facing Becky Lynch at the Royal Rumble. They're going to have that match for obviously the Raw Women's Championship, which I believe Becky Lynch will win. However, an option that they could go is that they could have Asuka lose that match with Becky Lynch, but then go into the Royal Rumble, win the Royal Rumble for a second time, and then you can have the rubber match between Becky Lynch and Asuka at WrestleMania if you choose. My second pick for the women is Shayna Baszler from NXT. Obviously, with Shayna Baszler losing the NXT Women's Championship to Rhea Ripley and doing literally everything you could think of within that NXT brand and system, one would think that after what happened at Survivor Series with her winning for her team, that her and Becky Lynch is a match that will happen down the line, and I think that WrestleMania is the time and place to do it. It just feels right. It fits. I think that her winning the Royal Rumble and going to face Becky Lynch at WrestleMania for that Raw Women's Championship solidifies a big match. You have somebody whom, Becky Lynch has, faced only once, and I believe that triple threat match, and was unable to beat. And you have Shayna Baszler, who is obviously somebody who had that very incredibly long title reign, and that would be a great match to see between those two. My number 1 pick for who I think should win the Women's Royal Rumble is a returning Ronda Rousey. Now, we have had no word as to whether Ronda Rousey has any interest in coming back to wrestle, at least in the future, or if she has any intention of coming back to wrestle anytime soon within 2020. Obviously, the last time we heard of her, she was looking to take some time off because she wanted to start a family with her husband, Travis Brown. So I think that the chances of her coming back at the Royal Rumble are very slim. However, it would be interesting given that was the pay-per-view in which she debuted at, where she first made her main WWE appearance to announce that she was signing with the company. And obviously, that match between Becky and Ronda is something that we still haven't seen one-on-one. It's something that is there. It's ready for the taking. It would be a huge cash grab, and obviously with the main event of WrestleMania last year ending the way it did with that kind of dodgy finish, that match is set. It should happen. It will happen, and I'd love to see Ronda Rousey be a shock, maybe number 30 entrant, and win the Royal Rumble. So now on to the men's Royal Rumble match and my top 3 picks. My third pick, I'm going to start with NXT's Tommaso Ciampa. I think that Tommaso Ciampa coming in and winning the NXT Championship from Adam Cole is inevitable. I think that it will happen, or at least that match will happen. But I could see an NXT guy winning the Royal Rumble, such as a Tommaso Ciampa, and instead of challenging for the Universal or WWE Championship, he would then challenge for the NXT Championship. Obviously, considering that that was a title he never lost, and he has now come back from injury, and so that road is eventually set. And I would love to see Tommaso Ciampa win. He's a great performer. I would love to see that match get set up, and it would solidify the NXT Championship and that brand even more so, having the Royal Rumble winner choose to go after that champion rather than the champion that's on Raw or SmackDown. My second pick, and this is a double pairing that I have for my second pick for winning the men's Royal Rumble, is either Cain Velasquez or Tyson Fury. Now, let me start with Cain Velasquez. I think that him coming into the Royal Rumble is probably very much of a high possibility at this point. I think that him eliminating Brock Lesnar is a very high possibility at this point, based on the fact that obviously that storyline is not over with Brock, beating Cain Velasquez at Crown Jewel, I think it was, or whatever it was in Saudi Arabia. That match is going to happen. It's still going to happen eventually. We know it's going to happen. I think that there's a huge chance that Cain Velasquez comes into the Royal Rumble, eliminates Brock Lesnar, and quite potentially wins. Tyson Fury is a wild card. I think that WWE will obviously want to make as big of a headline as they can for some of their matches, if not, odd select here and there at WrestleMania. Brock Lesnar versus Tyson Fury. I think it's something that WWE will do if they can. I don't think Tyson Fury's done yet in the WWE ring. Obviously, we know that he's going to be preparing to face Deontay Wilder in February. However, I still think that that is a big possibility to have Brock versus Tyson Fury. I'm not saying I'm all for it, but I can see it happening, and it would be a fun, big spectacle match to have. And I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility. However, my number one pick to win the Royal Rumble, and I think this is a pick that a lot of people are presuming is probably going to be the winner, that is Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns has had a very interesting career. However, the time for him to win the Royal Rumble, but in a positive babyface fashion, unlike what happened when, in that year that he did win, I think the time has come. Roman is a great babyface. He's a big character on SmackDown. Him versus The Fiend seems like the way that they will move. However, my big issue with this is The Fiend. I've soured up on The Fiend. I think that WWE have not exactly did well in terms of the booking. I think he's very overexposed. And so, while I don't mind seeing Roman versus The Fiend at WrestleMania, I would much prefer it if Daniel Bryan is inserted into that match, or if Daniel Bryan actually wins the Universal Championship at the Royal Rumble from The Fiend and then faces Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. I would be much more for that match. But I think that Roman Reigns winning the Royal Rumble is the highest possibility right now. But guys, let me know what you think. If you think that there's anyone else that I'm missing that you think could win the Royal Rumble, or if you agree or disagree with some of my picks, jump down in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you very much for checking out our video, guys. Have a good day.